Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about how you can come up with blog post ideas that are actually going to generate page views. And there's really a lot that I want to cover in this video. I'm not just going to talk about how to come up with blog post ideas. I'm also going to dive into how to write your content, how to encourage more people to share it, and how to get those page views now and in the future. So there's really a lot that I want to cover in this video. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's just go ahead and get started. The very first thing that you need to do before anything else, you need to narrow down your audience. And the best strategy that I would recommend to you guys is to think about one specific person. If you could reach one person and only one person, who would that person be? And think about every just little nitty-gritty detail about that person, from their location, their age, their gender, their personality, what they like, what they don't like what do they do on a daily basis, their occupation. Come up with every detail possible that you can and really narrow in on who your audience is. Now, when you have that one person that you are going to target, you need to think about what would they be searching to find me. At the very bare bones, how can I reach them? What are they searching? Now, you guys may have noticed I have been trying a different strategy here on my YouTube channel for a while. I was talking about Pinterest, SEO, Instagram, blog writing, personal development type stuff. I mean, I was creating a lot of content that was a little bit all over the board, but it was all things that I was really passionate about and all things that I talk about on my blog. But then I thought about it. If I am trying to target that one person, which would be a blogger or an online influencer or someone who's trying to grow their audience online, what would they be searching? And at its core, most people would be searching about blogging tips, everything related to blogging, and Pinterest, because Pinterest is really my specialty. So I've been trying to hone in a bit more on my content and share only those types of YouTube videos to reach the right audience. And the exact same thing goes with your blogging strategy. So you need to think about, at the bare bones, what is your audience searching and how can you reach them when they are searching for that type of content? This is going to be your foundation for getting those page views in the future. Now, the next thing you need to think about is the type of blog post that you are going to create. There are 4 types of blog posts that tend to perform the best for me, and I would say are pretty popular when it comes to generating page views. And the very first one is talking about a trendy topic. Let's say that you're a health and fitness and just kind of all over that nutrition, you know, that health niche. Let's say you're in that health niche and you got in at the ground floor when coconut oil was becoming so popular, and you created a couple of blog posts around coconut oil. At the time, that was such a trendy, hot topic that people were searching for the benefits of coconut oil, how to use coconut oil, and all of that information. And if you had a blog post or several blog posts that included that topic, you would probably be found. So if you can talk about a trendy topic, I highly recommend that you do that, because it's going to be a great way to get quick page views. The other 3 types of blog posts are more of a long-term strategy, and I honestly believe that if you want real page views, if you honestly want to grow your audience here online, if you want to make a success online, you need to think about the long term and not just quick results. So the next 3 types of blog posts that you can create. The first one is kind of like a how-to or guide or solving a common problem or question that would get asked by your audience member. Now, this is going to be different for every single person, but for me, one of the blog posts that has performed the best for me in terms of that guide-like style of blog post is how to start a successful YouTube channel. It's performed well for me. Now, the next type of content that you could create is a quick facts post or a list post where you tell your audience that you're going to provide them with 20 tips to achieve blank, and they know that there's going to be a list of 20 tips there for them. For me, one of my blog posts, my top performing blog post at this point, is 50 questions to get to know yourself a little bit better. That blog post has that number 50 there, so my audience knows when they click on that blog post exactly what they are getting, and then when they look at that blog post, I mean, it's a list of 50 questions you can ask yourself. And the last type of blog post that you can create that is going to drive page views, I have had several of these blog posts work so well for me, is a blog post that shares proven results. Again, it's kind of like a how-to, but it is more of a case study. Now, I have had 2 blog posts in particular that have performed very well for me when written in this style. The first one was how I went from 7K to 100K average monthly viewers on Pinterest in just 2 months. And the second one was how I gained 1.1K Instagram followers followers in just 1 month. Now, hold up. Getting page views to your blog is so much more than just coming up with a good blog topic that you think is going to reach your audience. Yes, it all starts with that topic. Once you have your topic idea, you know what you're going to write about, that is just the starting point. But you really need to think about how your blog post is going to be found. And you guys know that I believe in more of a long-term strategy. If you want to be successful online, you need to think about 2 years in advance, 5 years in advance. You can't just think about the immediate results. So I honestly, wholeheartedly believe in a good SEO strategy and having good quality SEO on your website so that your blog posts can be found on Google and other search engines in the future. And the exact same thing goes with Pinterest, because Pinterest is more of a long-term strategy as well. But I do also think it's important that you do a quick, I would say, promotion strategy, an immediate promotion strategy once that blog post is launched. So you need to think about where you are going to promote it, how you are going to promote it, and with what that you are going to promote that blog post. So where are you going to promote it? That could mean social media or your email list. Are you going to send out an email blast to your email list because you think it's that high quality of a blog post? Are you going to talk about it on Instagram? Are you going to share it on Twitter and Facebook? Maybe in Facebook group threads? Where are you going to share that blog post? Then you need to think about how you are going to promote it. I used to get in this rut, and I still sometimes do it, where I just tell you guys on Instagram stories, hey, this blog post is now out. But I am trying to use my words wisely to promote that blog post to make sure that people actually want to view it. So the way you do that is to ask a question or to share something that leads up to why you created that blog post. So recently I launched a blog post about how I manage my time as a full-time blogger. And the reason that I created that blog post was because I shared on Instagram stories how I can take 8+ hours to edit a YouTube video. And someone asked me how the heck I have time to get the other work that needs to get done in my business if I am spending a whole day on just editing one YouTube video and I launch either 2 or 3 YouTube videos every single week. So what did I do? I created a whole blog post around it. And when I hyped it up on Instagram, I shared that exact story. And it's something that's a bit more enticing, something that's a bit more memorable, and it connects with my audience. There's a big difference in just saying, hey, I launched this blog post, compared to enticing your audience and getting them to click on that link. And then the very last thing you need to think about with that kind of short-term immediate promotion is with what are you going to promote it? So if you need to create certain graphics, like a Pinterest graphic obviously needs to be created, a Twitter or Facebook graphic probably should be created. If you're going to create like Instagram story graphics or something else to really promote that blog post, you really need to think about that from the very beginning. So now your blog post's out there, you've done the promotion, you have the SEO strategies in place, it's appearing on Google, it's appearing in Pinterest. How do you get people to click on your link? Because you could have a really, really high quality blog post, or you could be writing about a topic that your audience really wants to know more about. But if you do not have a click-worthy title, no one's going to click on it. And if you do not have a click-worthy graphic on Pinterest, no one is going to click on it. So let's talk about your title. Your title needs to be honest, it needs to be accurate, and it needs to share with your audience exactly what is included in the blog post. Now, I think it's okay if you clickbait your audience just a little bit. You can't have a title that has nothing that relates to the blog post that you wrote. But if you're doing a case study or a how-to post and you want your audience to grow their Instagram following fast, it is better to write a title that says how to grow your Instagram followers in just 30 days or less compared to how to grow your Instagram followers. That's not interesting. People aren't going to click on it. But if you provide a timeline or if you provide numbers there, like I launched that blog post talking about how I grew my Pinterest account from 7K to 100K in just 2 months. In there, I shared my stats and I said, okay, I'm going to prove to you how I grew my Pinterest account from this number to this number in this short period of time. That is more so going to get someone to click on that blog post compared to how to grow your Pinterest account. Does that make sense? So if you are going to clickbait somebody, you need to make sure that your blog post lives up to what you are saying, because otherwise people are going to land on your website, they're going to get annoyed, they're going to leave, and that's going to hurt you in your SEO strategy, it's going to hurt you in your Pinterest strategy, and we do not want that at all. So the last thing I want to talk about is what you include in your blog post so that your audience can generate more page views for you. So let's go back to that blog post about Pinterest. If I would have had that title that said, how I grew my Pinterest account from 7K to 100K in just 2 months, and I just shared my stats. I said, you know what, I was here, now I'm here, cool, thanks, awesome, that really wouldn't have given my audience much information. It wouldn't have been helpful and they wouldn't have been inclined to share it. So what I ended up doing in that blog post, I shared the proof. So I included my starting point in screenshots of my starting point compared to my ending point. And then I broke down every little thing that I did to get those results. So it's not like here, hey, I got these results, isn't this awesome for me? No, here's exactly what I did to get the results. And in return, my audience actually used those tips. They actually followed those steps. And I have got so many comments. I don't even know how many comments. I will include it here. I have got a lot of comments on that blog post all talking about how people were able to grow their Pinterest account just using that strategy. And that one blog post alone has generated over several thousand shares on Pinterest alone because my audience was sharing it because they found it helpful, they knew it was a valuable piece of content, and they wanted to share it with other people. So in my opinion, that is the key in getting more page views on your blog post. Yes, it comes down to knowing who your audience is, what they are searching for, and coming up with a high quality topic idea. But I think that the key to your success in getting more page views is within the content that you include in that blog post. So I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do upload videos every 3 days, so I'll see you guys back here in another video really soon. Bye guys.